Students, this topic is function. This is the second topic of chapter relation and function. My previous lecture was based on relation, and here function is a special kind of relation. And first of all, we will introduce the concept of function as a correspondence between two sets, and then we shall study different types of function, and then we will discuss inverse of a function and composition of two functions. We will also discuss types of function and real functions also we will discuss. First of all, I am taking intuitive idea of function. Imagine this block is a machine and its name is F. This is a machine F, and this machine takes some input, and depending upon its mechanism it gives an output. Here it is output. So means everything depends on the mechanism feed inside this machine. Let here the mechanism is x square. It means when we insert a number x into the machine as input, then the machine gives x square as output, and we denote it by fx is equal to x square, right? This mechanism may be different also. Maybe if you are giving some input, output you may get in the form of twice. Like if we are introducing x, we will get 2x. If we are introducing 5, we will get 10. If we are introducing minus 5, we will get minus 10. Means everything depends on the mechanism. So here this function is x square. So this input is 1, then the output will be 1 square 1, and it is represented by f of 1, because when x is 1, f of 1 is 1. Actually when x is 2, f of 2 is 4, means output will be 4. If we are giving minus 1 as an input, the output will be 1, because whatever input we are giving, the output will be the square of input. And here I have shown these two input and output in the form of correspondence. So these are our input 1, 2, minus 1 and root 3, and output is 1, 4 and 3. So you can observe this input 1 is related with 1. So this 1 is related to 1, and this minus 1 is also related to 1. So this minus 1 is also related to 1. Similarly root 3 is related to 3, and 2 is related to 4. So it means the proper definition of function is that if a function is defined from set A to B, then there are two conditions: that this function is a special type of relation, or this function is a special rule such that every element of A, like every element of A is associated with exactly one element of B, then only it is a function. This is a proper definition of function, that no element must left in set A. If a single element is left in set A, it is not a function, remember. And if an element of set A is associated with more than one element in set B, then also it is not a function. I have taken few examples. Here this set A and B are given, and this function is f1. So we have to observe whether it is function or relation, because function is a special kind of relation. So two things we have to observe here. First, that no element must left in set A, and second, an element of set A must not associated with more than two elements in set B. So you can see here no one is left in set A, and the second condition is that not a single element is related with more than two elements. Therefore it is a function. Yeah, see the second point, This is F2 and you can see here A, B, C, D, E. Nobody is left in set A, means every element of set A is associated with an element of set B. It means it is a function. And just check the second condition. There is not an element which is related with more than two elements in set B. Therefore, F2 is also a function. Now come to F3. Here you can observe this E is not associated with any element of set B, but definition says that every element of set A must be associated with an element of set B. So here E is left, therefore this is not a function. Now condition number 4, here nobody is left in set A, but you can see this D is associated with more than one element in set B. So D is associated with 2 as well as D is associated with 3. So it means there are two images of D. First image is 2, second image is 3. Actually, these elements which are related to the elements of set A are known as images, and these elements are the pre-images. So here we can also say when an element of set A has two images, then it is not a function. So in this case, F3 and F4 are not the function. Remember one more thing. A function is defined by fx and it is always y. So means y is equal to fx is always a function where x is known as domain. Roughly I am telling you, x is known as domain and y is known as range. And if a function is defined from set A to B, this set is known as codomain, and obviously set A is known as domain here, right? So here I am talking about types of function, and first type is one function, and it is also known as injection or injective function. So there are three names, either one, injection or injective. So when a function is defined from set A to B, it is known as one function if when two elements A and B, which belongs to set A, if these two elements are unequal and if it implies that f of A is not equal to f of B, then the function is 1. We will discuss this topic in detail when we will take real functions. But here you must know this concept that when A and B are different and f of A and f of B are different, then function is 1. Or if A and B are same, then f of A and f of B must be same. So if this condition is true, then the function is 1 function or injective or injection. Now let's derive a formula of number of 1 functions from set A. Few things you must remember as a concept, that if no two elements of set A have same image, then the function is 1. Okay, because you can see in the previous example, or you can take this example here. In this case the image of E is 3 and image of C is also 3. So therefore different elements have same image, therefore this function is not 1. So that's why when no two elements of A have same image, then the function is 1. Otherwise, when the images are different, then we will say that the function is many-one. Right? You can take one more point. For 1 function, number of elements in set A must be less than equal to number of elements in set B. This is an important concept. And suppose there are P elements in set A and Q elements are in set B, it means for 1 function this p is less than equal to q. Now when we are relating the elements from set A to set B, we can say number of choices for mapping for first element of set A is q, because when here there are some elements and here number of elements are q, so for first elements number of choices are q, means this first element can be associated with any of the element of set B. Understand it? Because here number of elements are p and here number of elements are q, so for first elements we have q different choices, therefore number of choices are q. Once this first element is related with an element of set B, now the remaining elements are q minus 1. So number of choices for second element of set A is q minus 1. Similarly for third element number of choices are q minus 2. So finally for pth element number of choices are 1 less, because for second element number of choices were q minus 1, for third it was q minus 2, so for pth it will be p minus 1. So by fundamental principle of multiplication we can say total number of choices will be q into q minus 1 into q minus 2, and finally it is q minus p minus 1. Now be careful here, we can write it q minus p plus 1. Now do one thing, divide and multiply by q minus p factorial, right? Now you can observe this is stopped at this factorial, so we can write this is factorial q actually. You remember n minus 1, n minus 2 and n minus r factorial, it means this is factorial n. So this is factorial q and this is q minus p factorial, and we can also write it qp small p, which is actually permutation, number of permutation. So the number of 1 function is actually q factorial upon q minus p factorial when p is the number of element in set A and q is the number of element in set B. So here the final formula is that number of 1 function from set A to B is 0 when p is greater than q, means when the number of elements in set A is more than the elements of set B, then there will be no 1 function. Otherwise if it is equal or less than then the formula is q factorial upon q minus p factorial. Here you can observe different elements have different images, and we can say this function is 1 1. Here also image of A is 2, image of B is 1, it's 4 and it's 3 and it's 5. So this is also 1 1 function. But here you can see this is not a 1 1 function, because image of E and image of C, these elements are different but their image is same, therefore this function is not 1 1. So when function is not 1 1, we will say this is many 1. So shortcut I am telling you, for 1 1 function you just observe the elements of set B. If at any element there are 2 arrows, if there are 2 arrows meeting with the element of set B, it means function is not 1 1, it is many 1. So here you can observe there is a single arrow on each element, right? But in this case there are 2 arrows at element number 3. So therefore this is an example of many 1 function. Now take few questions based on 1 1 function. Here one set A is given where the elements are 1 comma 2, and then the number of 1 1 functions will be from set A to A. I am not talking about set B, I am talking about single set A. So now here number of elements in set A is 2, which is P. So there is another formula, when set B is not present we will say that number of 1 1 function is P factorial, because here set A is having p element and set B is also having p element. So we can write p, which is p factorial upon p minus p, which is 0 factorial. So it will be p factorial. So this is the formula when I am talking about 1 function from set A to A, it will be p factorial. So here number of 1 function will be 2 factorial, which is 2. How practically it is possible? Write set A and write set A here. So since the function is 1, so therefore we will get a single arrow at each element. So 1 is related to 2 and 2 is related to 1. So first possibility is 1 comma 2 or 2 comma 1. There is another possibility like 2 belongs to 1 and 1 belongs to 2. So we have already taken, sorry for this. Second possibility is that this 2 belongs to 2 and 1 belongs to 1. Now make some changes. 2 belongs to 2 and 1 belongs to 1. So in this case also this is 1 function, that 1 belongs to 1 and 2 belongs to 2. So number of 1 function is 2. Now here there are two sets A and B. We have to write number of 1 functions. So here number of elements in set A 1 2 3. So the value of P is 3 and the value of Q is also 3. So formula says Q factorial upon Q minus P factorial. So Q factorial is 3 factorial and P and Q are same. So it is 0 factorial. So the number of 1 function is 6. In this case, P is 3 and Q is 4. And the formula for 1 function, number of 1 function is Q upon Q factorial upon Q minus P factorial. So which is 4 factorial upon 4 minus 3 factorial, which is 24. Now in this case, the value of P, number of elements in set A, is 4 and this Q is 3. Here this P is greater than Q, so number of 1 function is 0. Why it is 0? I am showing you. Just draw set A in the form of circle. This is 1 2 3 4 and set B is A B C. When the function is 1 so each element has different image. Now this 1 has image A, 2's image is B, 3's image is C, but 4 has no image. And when this element is left in set A, this is not a function. So that's why when the number of elements in set A is more than the element of set B, then number of 1 function is 0. That's why I have told you for existence of 1 function, the value of P must be equal to Q or less than Q. Now come to the second type of function, which is onto function or surjection or surjective. So we have seen if function is not a 1 function, then it will be many one. So function will be either 1 or many one. But second type is onto or surjective or surjection. So when a function is surjection, so if a function is defined from set A to B, when it is surjection, when range of function is equal to codomain of F, or codomain of F means set B. It means when the elements of set B are equal to the range of F, it means function is onto, or simply I am telling you, for onto function, no element must left in set B. This is key concept. Like if a single element is left in set B, then the function is not onto. So this is the technique, and we can represent it f of A is equal to B. So here every element of B has a pre-image in A. We can also say this. And for onto function, the condition is reverse. In case of 1 P should be less than equal to Q, but here P should be greater than equal to Q. And we will not discuss here the derivation, but you must remember what is the formula for number of onto function from set A to B, it is sigma from R is equal to 1 to Q minus 1 to the power Q minus R QCR into R to the power P. And when the P is greater than equal to Q, and otherwise when P is less than Q, it is 0. Now you can see here there are two functions f1 and f2. You can observe in this function f1, this element is left. So this element is left, that's why this is not an onto function. And in this case also this element is also left, so this element has no pre-image in set A, so therefore it is not an onto function. At the same time you can observe here there are two arrows on element 2, so this function is many-one function. And in this case also the image of C is 3 and image of E is also 3, therefore this function is also many-one function. So means a single function at the same time may be either 1 onto or 1 into, like, because when the function is not onto, it will be into. Take one problem where A is 1 2 3 and B is A B C D. Number of elements are 3 and here it is 4, but the value of P is less than Q, so there is no onto function, because formula says when P is less than Q it is 0. Here P is 4 and Q is 3, so use the formula. Number of onto function is R is equal to 1 to Q. Q is 3 minus 1 to the power Q minus R means 3 minus R. QCR, Q is 3CR, and R to the power P means R to the power 4. Now write R is equal to 1, so it will be 3C1, 1 to the power 4, and minus 1 to the power 2, so it will be 3C1. Similarly for R is equal to 2 and for R is equal to 3, so finally it will be get 36. So till now we have discussed a function may be either 1 or many-one, or either into or onto. We can say either function is 1 or many-one, either into or onto. If function is not 1 obviously it will be many-one, or if function is not onto, it will be into. So means there are 4 combinations, either function is 1 into or 1 onto, or many-one into or many-one onto. So here I am going to discuss a very important type, which is 1 onto. So 1 onto function is known as bijection. You don't confuse, you must remember the names also. So this function is 1 onto, or in few books you will get 1 and onto. So this function is 1 onto when P and Q are same. We have seen when P is less than equal to Q, then function is 1. When P is greater than Q, then the function is onto. But here when P and Q are same, function will be 1 onto. And same formula is here, number of bijection function from A to B will be P factorial when P and Q are same, and there will be no bijection function when P and Q are different, right? When P and Q are different, there will be no bijection. So here set A has 1 2 3 4 elements, set B is having 5 6 7 8. A function is defined from set A to B. So you have to write this F in set builder form or in the form of ordered pair. So relate these elements. So 1 must be related to 5, and this 2 must be related to 6, 3 must be related to 7, and 4 must be 8. So when we draw it in the form of block diagram, we will get this is 1 2 3 4 and this is 5 6 7 8. So this 1 is related to 5, 2 is related to 6, 3 is related to 7 and 4 is related to 8. So here you can observe there is not two rows at a single element, so it means function is 1 1, and for onto no element must left in set B. So here no element is left, therefore function is onto, and there are not two arrows, therefore function is 1 1. So that's why this function is an example of 1 1 onto. But in this case, when set A is here and a function is defined x comma x square where x belongs to A, so take 1 by 1, take minus 1, so this is minus 1 comma minus 1 ka square 1, 0 comma 0 and 1 comma 1. So you can observe minus 1 is related to 1, 0 is related to 0 and this 1 is related to 1. So here there are two arrows on 1, therefore this function is many 1, and this element is left in this set, therefore function is into, function is not onto. So this function is many 1 into, right? After 1 1 onto function, let's take inverse of a function. What is inverse of a function? Actually, when a function from set A to B is a bijection or bijective. Bijection means 1 1 onto function. So when a function is 1 1 onto, so a rule will exist, and the rule says that this rule associates set B with their pre-image. Means this is a reverse rule where the elements of set B are related to the elements of set A. When function f is defined from set A to B, there will be another function which is known as f inverse, and this function will be from set B to A, and this will be the inverse of f. Here this set A is 1 2 3 4 and set B is 3 6 9 12, and a function f is defined from set A to B and it is fx is equal to 3x. So when we take element from set A which is 1, so we will get 1 into 3 which will be 3. So this is the element of set B. So I will write 1 comma 3. Similarly 2 comma 3 to 6, 3 comma 9 and 4 comma 12. Draw it in the form of circles. So this is set A, this is set B. Now according to this rule, 1 is related to 3, 2 is related to 6, 3 is related to 9 and 4 is with 12. So this is function f, and there are no two arrows, therefore this function is 1 1, and no element is left in set B, therefore this function is onto. So the given function is an example of 1 1 onto, or it is a bijection. So when it is a bijection, it means inverse of this function is possible, and it is represented by f inverse, and f inverse is actually 3 comma 1, 6 comma 2, 9 comma 3 and 12 comma 4. Means in the ordered pair we will just change the sequence of elements and it will be the f inverse.